Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. I think I've told you about this very little annoying. It's a cheap fix and it's little, but it can be annoying, and I'm just going to give you a bit of information on what it sounds like, how to diagnose it, what the part number is for the gasket and how to fix it and all that sort of thing. So you can see he's just put the gasket up on the hoist there in preparation. So we're going to make this a quick changeover to show you how it's done. It's pretty straightforward, and I'll give you some information either now or during the replacement, whatever the case may be, on how you know what it is and why you should replace this, and I'll pop the part number and stuff like that in as well. So basically, have you already cracked the bolts loose? Yeah, you've already cracked them loose. Yeah. So basically, what you normally do is use a bit of a bigger bar. They can be a bit tight sometimes, right? 14 mil, aren't they? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I should know that because that's the dodgiest old 14 mil socket we got in the whole workshop. So, and it's the one that's ground. The reason I've got it still, it's ground down to fit in a certain place on a certain job, but it's all good. So, take the two bolts out. Pretty easy stuff, isn't it? So, hear that sort of squeak that's getting made? Well, it's kind of like it's almost like the noise it makes. So if you've got usually the Prado 150s, definitely also the 120s. We use the same part number in here, so it should be the same. Sometimes it can be easier if you remove or adjust the rubber mounts of the muffler a bit further back to allow, because it's going to sort of push in or out or whatever. You don't have to do that. It can help. Sometimes you just want to use a screwdriver here to lever this open, but we've obviously got the bolt at the other side. We're going to take it. So the squeak, it's kind of like, you'll hear it when you're stopped at the lights. You'll hear it when you're in places like, I don't know, Macca's drive-through, something where you've got a wall there and it reflects back, and it's a real sort of, here I go, I'm going to make the noises. What does it sound like? Stop for a sec. Okay, go. Anyway, something like that anyway. And you'll really hear it from the driver's seat with the window down, reflecting back off something. It's really annoying. And the way to diagnose it is, and I think I've talked about this in other videos, please let me know in the comments if I've told you about how to diagnose this and how to change the gas, because I can't remember if I have or not. I think I have, but this one specifically on this subject, maximum information. So you go around, you have the vehicle sitting there, it'll be usually when the engine's hot, might be in neutral, might be in park, so you might need an assistant, and you just get someone, or you get out if it's in park, if it's still going, and you just walk over and you just gently place your boot, on your hot exhaust. And I say hot, it's not that hot, it's going to be warm. You're probably not going to burn yourself at that end, but don't do it barefooted and just in case. But go and place your boot on the tip of the hot exhaust. You don't need to stand on it, you don't need to push it, bend it, brake. Just place your foot on it, and that slightest bit of pressure on the tailpipe is going to sort of stop that noise. If that's what it is, it's this gasket area here squeaking. Now, some people in places like to replace the springs. Mate, can you please pass me one of those springs for a minute? We'll just show them what they look like. Okay, so these are the bolts and the springs, right? Where are we? Somewhere here, right? That's the bolt and the spring, it's separate. There's the bolt, right? You can see you can't ever tighten it because there's an end to the bolt, right? It just stops when it stops there. That's it. Stop tightening, you crazy man, okay? And there's the springs. You go. I don't understand what replacing the springs would do. If you want, you could put a bit of copper grease on the ends of on the spring. You can try that if you want. Some people have filed the gasket. Can I have a look at that new gasket? Have you got that there somewhere? Right, the new gasket, some people sort of, file it, resurface it, whatever. Why muck around? I just put a new gasket in, it solves the problem. I don't do anything else. If you want to muck around, you can try putting, it's a small little vibration squeak type thing, and there's probably other things you can do to be able to, fix that noise. So what we need to do at the moment is give it a bit of a separation. Can you do this on your own? I want to see this. So you get a bit of a gentle levering and slip it out. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how long this video takes. Could be a 5-10 minute video. It could be a 15-20 minute video. Let's see. You kind of need another one to, see, he thought he was all organised. No. So you need one to lever it open. Or if you got an assistant, see if I would actually help instead of standing there talking, I could go like that and push it for him. So if you've got two people, You can get the other person in and push the muffler. Mate, just bring one screwdriver. I'm going to push the muffler for you. They're going to think I'm lazy. Come on. I'll push the muffler and you just, right, and you flip the thing out, right? Just gently bloody do your thing. Let me know if you need a bit more. Is that heaps or what?
Yeah, it's heaps for now.
If you don't put your face in the video, mate, you can get famous. That's it. Butcher it up. Doesn't matter. You're not going to hurt the engine pipe. The engine pipe's strong. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you. Right. We'll show them that one in a minute. You know, whatever. We'll get to it. It's all squashed up and old. 300,000 Ks or something. Where did we put the new one? Just make sure the surface is clean before we slip it on. Otherwise, any little bits of rubbish can get in the way. Maybe let's grab that rag. Where's that black rag we were using before? Just give it a quick wipe so it's all clean before we, you know what I mean? We just want to clean up that surface because you go to slip it on, and if you haven't, and I've tried it, you know, it can just be a bit of a, you know, not much really, but yeah, especially all that dirt, if that gets in the way. We'll have to have extra charges for the dirt that is falling out because it's not clean. Like always, just reminding everyone at this point, good if you think you're coming into the Prado hospital, make sure you bring the vehicle clean. You'll get your best pricing. So it doesn't bother us too much. We prefer clean. Am I pulling it back enough for you, or am I causing problems? All good. So that's on. Then we release that. That'll go back into there. So this is going to work out because you know we aim for about 10 minutes. We're going to have some other information yet, like the part number and whatever. Nice new gasket that's not squashed, and then it allows enough tension. Now, you know, it's certainly, there's no wear and tear on the springs. So if someone's telling you to replace the springs, like I always say, bring back the common sense. Think, think, think. Does that make sense to you that anything, the spring doesn't squash or wear or anything like that? The gasket does. It's got a pipe, two pipes squashed together by spring pressure. It wears and squashes down, then there's not enough tension on there. And yeah, get the socket, mate. It's going to make it easy for you, I reckon. Yeah, you'll be able to get a few more turns on it, whatever. I just use the socket on the bolt just so you got a bit more grip, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's it, mate. Get a few turns on it, make sure it's all straight. That's it. That's how we do it. A couple turns on each one, and then you can hit it with a ratchet or the rattle gun or whatever you want. But like I said, that bottoms out against there. This is pretty thin. If you go crazy, you could bend these and whatever, stuff like that. That little thing, that could pull through. Yeah, make sure as well, that's the other thing when you put the bolts in, you've got to make sure that flat section is on this side, okay? So, because if you, for example, had that behind here where the spring is, it could actually bend the pipe, if you know what I mean. You'd be bending the pipe. So just make sure that's on the correct side. Go for it, mate. Do it up, make some noise. Part number. Here's the part number, guys. This is the part number we use on the 120 and the 150. Look, you know, the part number is ripped right in the middle of the label, so that's not going to work out too good. Right, you know, can you read that? Can you read that? A bit. 17451 74051. I'll go get a new one and make sure. They're about 30 bucks each, right? Now, if I've got them in stock and if you would like one, I can throw it in with the injector kit or the BFE kit or whatever, right? This is on the Prados, you know. It adds 30 bucks. I don't know how much they're about that. I'm just going to say 30 bucks. I'm simple. I don't do $28.41 or $31.63. I do 30 bucks, right? So that's what it is. Now that's going to stop the squeak, okay? If you've got other squeaks and that, you need to watch other videos. So if you haven't already, now's the time to subscribe and turn the bell on if you want this awesome information, actual matter-of-fact type information on these vehicles, that it also relates to other vehicles. Once you get your knowledge from seeing what happens, particularly on Prados, you can relate all that information by making it general to other vehicles, your own vehicle, and you know what, one day you might end up in a Prado because we choose what we work on. They're the best cars, so it's as simple as that. Even you might end up in a Prado one day.
One day.
There you go, right? I had a Hilux, you know, girls' car, Prado, girls' car. We all love the girls' car. And then when we're done, we're just going to go and adjust all the rubbers on the exhaust. So there's one here. We'll just give that a bit of a tweak. Any further back to make sure everything's sitting happy. How tight? Tight enough so it doesn't come undone. It's not going to come out, you know. You don't need to go crazy. Just give it a nice tweak. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, subscribe, turn the bell on. Let us know in the comments if you have replaced this already, or if it's something that you're probably going to do. Oh yeah, that annoying squeak. I've been waiting for you to tell me about that. Anyway, guys, got to go. Thanks for watching. Hope that was helpful for you. Please give us the thumbs up. Hit the like button, you know, the thumbs up thing, the likey thumbs up. You know, that thumb thing there, wherever it is along there somewhere. All right, see ya.